In the previous lessons, we factored polynomials with 4 terms. Now we're going to factor polynomials with 3 terms. This is really going to form the meat of this chapter. The polynomials we're going to factor generally look like this: ax squared plus bx plus c. So it could be something like x squared plus 3x plus 2. It could be something like x squared minus 5x plus 6, or maybe 2x squared plus x minus 6. Something of that form right there. So to do this, we're going to use the FOIL method, which we've seen earlier, except we're going to do it in reverse. If you'll remember, the way FOIL works is first, outer, inner, last. We do things in pairs. AC, first times first. Outer times outer is A times D. Inner times inner is BC. And last times last is BD. So what we're going to do is sort of reverse engineer this. With the FOIL method, if you'll remember, the first multiplies to the first, and the last multiplies to the last, and the outside and inside add to the middle. And sometimes you may have to use some guessing and checking to make everything work out right. But I'm going to teach you a method that I use that will minimize the amount of guesswork as you do these problems. I call this method the product sum method. I strongly encourage you to pause this video to write down all 4 steps. It looks very complicated, but with some practice, I think you'll be surprised at how easy it really is. So for the product sum method, we work with one of these trinomials, ax squared plus bx plus c. Again, we call it a trinomial because it has 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. And we begin by finding 2 things, the product and the sum. In this case, a times c is our product and b is our middle coefficient. This is a little easier to do with an example, so let's begin with example 1. In the case of example 1, our product would be 3 times 10, which is 30, and our sum would be 11. And then for step 2, what we're going to do is find 2 numbers with the desired product and sum, 2 numbers that multiply to make 30 and add to make 11. You don't necessarily need to get it right on your first try. For instance, 1 times 30 is 30. 1 plus 30 is 31. That's not quite what we're looking for. We want to get 11. Well, if I had 6 times 5, 6 plus 5 is 11. So we have a match here. And that's what we're looking for. So we've just done steps 1 and 2. We found the product, we found the sum, we found 2 numbers with the desired product and sum. Next up, I'm going to split the middle term. 11x can split using these numbers I just found. 3x squared plus 6x plus 5x plus 10. Now for step 4, we factor by grouping. Out of the first 2 terms, I can factor out 3x. I'll get x plus 2. Out of the other 2 terms, I can factor out 5. That will also be x plus 2. I get 3x plus 5 times x plus 2. Let's try the product sum method again. For example 2, my product, yet again, is going to be my first coefficient times my last coefficient, which is just 12 times negative 3. Be careful, the negatives are included when you use the product sum method. So I will have negative 36, and then my sum is 16. This one may be a little harder because your 2 numbers are going to be opposites. Remember, you don't have to get it right the first time. Try experimenting a little bit. If we have 36 times negative 1, 36 minus 1 is 35. That's not really going to help us. Let's try negative 2. Well, if I have negative 2 times 18, I have 18 minus 2, which is 16. Now we have a match yet again. Now we have a matching set, and that enables us again to do step 3, which is to split the middle term. 12x squared plus 18x minus 2x minus 3. So all I've done here is take 16x and write it using these 2 numbers that I just got, 18 and negative 2. And now to continue, I am just going to factor out of each pair. Out of the first pair, I can factor out 6x. I will get 2x plus 3. Out of these 2 terms, they're both negative, so I'm going to factor out negative 1, and I'll get 2x plus 3. Again, factor by grouping, and you get 6x minus 1 times 2x plus 3. The product sum method is going to take you a little practice, so don't be afraid to try it many times to make sure you have it under your fingers. But the nice thing about it is that once you do get it down, just about every trinomial you'll ever see, you'll be able to factor without very much difficulty.